Sunny TV Arsenal. Mikel Arteta is out of the shadows of Arsene Wenger. Unai Emery who? Arsenal picking up trophies. Like I pick up parking tickets and I park my car wherever I want. In 6 months, Arsenal have now basically Mikel Arteta's turned the cover around in 6 months that we're on Liverpool's coattails, and that's without any players brought in. That's how much progression Arsenal Football Club have made. Ainsley Maitland Niles sends shots at the board. £20 million for Ainsley Maitland Niles, 30 million. You should not even be selling him, Arsenal, based on that performance. Head and shoulders, Ainsley Maitland Niles, the man of the match. Credit where it's due. If that's the Ainsley Maitland Niles that we're going to get, why sell a player now who's actually meeting his potential? Makes no sense to me. Another long lost player, Matthew El Neni. Brilliant performance. You know, he was a giant in that midfield. Would I keep him? Hell no. No, I wouldn't. But it just goes to show, even the fringe players making the mark at Arsenal. And now they're putting down a marker saying that we do want to play for Mikel Arteta and we do want to play for Arsenal. This is the fight and spirit that Arsenal fans have wanted for a while. We want Arsenal. We want them all to be battling for their place. We want them to actually play like it means something to them. You know what? We've now beaten Liverpool twice. We've beaten Chelsea. We've beaten Man City. What more can Arsenal do to say we're not scared of the big clubs anymore? Because you know what? We are a big club. We are Arsenal Football Club. We've always been that big club. And now Mikel Arteta has given us a reason to believe. Onus is on the board. It's on the conkies. Now back the man. He's won you 2 trophies. He's won you 2 trophies now in the space of weeks. Right? Saliba has now won more trophies since he's been at Arsenal than Tottenham have in the last 20 odd years. What's that saying to you? Welcome to everyone in the comments. Welcome to the Facebook group, Arsenal Inside Out. Pick up yourselves. Welcome to Gunner Social. Welcome to everyone on my Facebook page, Sunny TV Arsenal. Go subscribe to it. Welcome to everyone in the comments. Welcome to everybody who's watching worldwide. You know what? It's worldwide. Let's get the Sunny TV Arsenal message out there. So before you lot do anything further, please do me a favour. On YouTube, please go and hit the like button. More importantly, the people on Facebook as well, please hit your share button because we want to get this channel out there. Because it's the only channel, I say time and time again, is the ones that allow you guys onto a stream. So basically, Sunny TV Arsenal is the only channel that allows any member of whoever watches it onto the podcast. And I am going to now put the podcast link into the comments. So anyone who wants to come on, you're welcome to. All you need to do is click on the link, and you're welcome to join me on this podcast and give me your views on that game. Sunny TV Arsenal, please do me a favour, hit that like button, hit the share button. More importantly, please go and subscribe on YouTube, because without you subscribing on YouTube, we won't get the visibility, we won't get the YouTube promoting our videos. So everyone on Facebook, please, it costs you nothing, go onto YouTube and hit that subscribe button, because there's a lot more content that you guys are missing out on. Let's get back onto the game. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, sign it, Aubameyang. World-class striker. Don't come across every day. Name your price. You know what? You know, if I was the Arsenal board, when it comes to negotiating these wages, I'll give him the pen, I'll give him the paper. I'd just say, put your price down. What do you want? How much do you want? He is worth every penny that we're going to pay for him. Let's look at the back four. Martinez, they're quoting 20-30 million pounds for Martinez. Are you seriously having a laugh? No way. One, I wouldn't sell him. You know, the owners should not be in Arsenal to basically sell their players who are now coming up through the ranks and are now established players. What's the point of a player coming up through the ranks and then as soon as he's ready, we sell him? You know, it's not good business. You know, these players are now winners. They're winners with him. Martinez now, I put this guy down as one of the best goalkeepers in Europe. Head and shoulders one of the best goalkeepers. Kepa, 72 million pounds for Kepa? No way. David De Gea, sorry, not for me. You know, the goalie at Spurs, you know, Martinez is better than him. The Man City goalie, I argue the Man City goalie is better. Alisson, is anything to choose between Alisson and Martinez? I don't think so. Maybe just a beard. You know, who else is up there? Pickford, not a hope in hell. Martinez for me, Basically commands his box, good shot stopper, made a great save from what's the name, Mane. But on the whole, I think Arsenal played the ball, passed the ball well. They kept the ball, they moved the ball quickly, and they believed in themselves. One player who's had a lot of stick from me in the past, Hector Bellerin, completely different player for me, different player altogether. He's not the Hector Bellerin that some of you loved. I did initially. He has lost that yard of pace, but you know what? He seems to be getting his confidence back. And for me, that is major. Left a lot of players out of the team today. We still left a lot of players out of the team today, and and with fringe squads against a very strong Liverpool, we was never out of the game. For long periods of the game, we were the better team up until Liverpool equalised. Guys, like I said, join me on the stream. Don't be shy. Come and have your say. Let's go to some of your comments. Mr. Bungle, Mr. B in the chat. Mr. B is always in. Mr. B is very glad you're on the channel, Mr. Bungle. Got a lot of respect for you, my friend. Second trophy in a month, exactly. Arsenal should be now ordering a new trophy cabinet because I'll tell you something. Mikel Arteta is going to be delivering trophies. Arsene Wenger's shadow is not over the evidence no more. Give him a statue, let him come to the games. There's nothing Arsene Wenger could do now. Respect to him, that is going to put off Mikel Arteta in this new Arsenal team. Somali Flames says, congrats guys. Did you see the saltiness of Prime on the stream? Chelsea, they're spending big pressure on Chelsea this season. Are they going to meet that pressure? Maybe not. I'll tell you something, the team I look to miss out on the top four, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Liverpool. A lot of people say I'm mad for saying that, but I'll say something, it's always harder to retain the title. The hunger is not there. They've done it for 2 seasons already. There's been hardly any break, and these players are knackered. Sell Martinez to Chelsea, please. Yeah, exactly. I mean, how much do you think is worth Somali Flame? Jetta JRKB says, congratulations to the Gunners. Congratulations, Gunners. Exactly. Craig says, come on, you Gunners. Everyone on Facebook, please go and subscribe on YouTube. Because if you do, I will keep this facility up there on Facebook. And if you don't, and we're basically not getting the benefit of people that are subscribing, we'll have to take it away to try and force you to subscribe. So please, we've introduced it to you. So please go and subscribe on YouTube. It's a way to keep the channel going. Congratulations to my darling team. Big up, Laurel. Abayo Moses, congratulations. I think you guys are in Kenya. Big up all of you. Nice one. Arsenal should keep Niles. They should keep based on that performance. I thought Niles just had a good end to the season, but based on that performance, he was a monster. He was a monster, and it's not even Halloween. Look at the coolness on that penalty. Look at the coolness on that penalty. How cool was that? He had Mane, Salah in his pocket. Minamino who? If that's your best player you got, I know it's scored today, but if that's the player that you've got and that's the type of transfer that you're going to make, no, mate, not for me. Not for me, Liverpool. You're on a downward spiral. We won the Shield with a lot of players missing. We won the Shield, and you know what? Captain America hasn't got a shield that big and shiny. You know what? Arsenal should be the new superheroes. Captain Arteta, our captain, our manager, our double winning manager already. Akinyemi, congratulations. Big up everyone on Facebook. No Gabriel, no Saliba, no Pepe, no Lacazette, no Martinelli, no Willian. Well, let's add some more to that. No Ceballos, no Xhaka. To them as well. Thoughts go out to Rian Brewster. Rian Brewster is actually a close family friends of ours. But Rian Brewster, thank you. Thanks for your miss. I don't keep scoring another game, but thanks for your miss. We won the game, but I think it's time Arsenal start taking chances on goal. I think we didn't do too badly today. We kept a solid shape, and let's get this right. Arsenal are a team who have come from nowhere. We've gone into the fog, and now we're just trying to find our way out. But in the meantime, we're taking scalps. We are taking scalps like the Indians did to the Cowboys. You know, we're taking scalps. We're collecting them. Chelsea, Man City, Liverpool twice. We're scalping a lot of them. You know, now they're turning as bold as I am. Shows what a bit of hard work on the field achieves. Would never have seen that type of performance from Wenger or Emery. I totally agree with you, Mr. Duff. You know what? It's not just performance; it's belief. When you get a good man manager in now, you know it transforms people overnight. Shane Schwartz says the Liverpool team was better prepared. They were better prepared. Arsenal only had a week's training. Very good point. They had more minutes on the field than us. They played their best 11 minus Trent. We didn't our boys stood toe to toe with champions. Yeah, you know what? It wouldn't make a difference if they brought in Terence Trent D'Arby, to score. It was seen at half time. The Screaming Kid, Aiden Screaming Kid. You know, go back and watch parts of that stream. How salty was a Chelsea fan? How salty was he? Facebook user, man with no name. Abdullah, how you doing, my friend? The Screaming Kid, let's go. AS, Kit, Knowles, and Martinez. There's got to be worse players than Martinez and Knowles in that squad. There have to be. I'll tell you what I'll do. Go and sell Cedric Suarez. Or go sell, I don't know, Bellerin is coming good as well. It's the Arsenal thing is, can they do it the whole season? Can they do it after? You hear snoring in the background. It's my dog. He's fast asleep. He was not interested in the game. He was not interested. When Liverpool equalised, Pablo said, "Oh fuck this! It's just another day at Arsenal," and he fell asleep. Pablo, don't worry, mate. We won. You missed the penalty shootout, but I'll show you later on the catch up. So Pablo snoring. The last time Tottenham won the trophy, we was all snoring because, you know, so long ago. You know, Tottenham fans won a trophy in their dreams. We need a new cabinet. We do need a new cabinet. Thoughts on El Neni today? I thought El Neni was good today. He was very good today. But you know what? El Neni has always been a good player, right? You know, you lot might think I'm stupid. He's always been a good player, but for some reason, he was playing within himself, and all he was doing was passing sideways. At Basel, he's actually a pretty good player. But for me, you know, they come in and play good for 1 or 2 games, but not the player who I'll give a run to. Pablo, kick down the sound effects. Sonny, do you think Ozil is happy for the team? Not at all. I don't think Ozil was a hater, so he's not happy for the team. But I honestly don't think Ozil gives a damn what happens to Arsenal, because I think he's not happy with the way the club have handled him. So I think there's a bit of animosity towards the club, and you know, when you're angry with something, you spite them. And Ozil's way of spiting them is hanging on for dear life, collecting his money, and he signed the contract. So as far as it's concerned, rightly so. But as far as it's a moral question for me. Should Ozil stick around and collect money when other people are getting laid off, they get made redundant, and he's holding back the club? And for me, that moral question is no, he shouldn't. He should do the decent thing. It's worth millions. Just go to America, go to Turkey, protect your brand, and don't be known for the good work you've done at Arsenal when you first came in. There's that Stroppy kid who just stayed and he mugged us off. Troops want El Neni out. What do you think? I think Troops should go before El Neni. You know why? At least El Neni is contributing to Arsenal, and that's not hating. Next cup coming up is the Carabao Cup. We're winning that too. You know what? Let's set our sights higher. Let's set our sights for the league. Right? You know, if we had a choice of cups to win this year, to be honest with you, it'll be the Europa League for me, because it's been a long time since we've won anything in Europe. Jason Jetson, big up yourself, my brother. Sanyabi in Miko, which I trust. You know what? I'll tell you something. I said it ages ago. Arteta should be the manager. Forget about what he's learned under Pep and what's Pep learned under Arteta. You know, who's missing who? Who's missing who? I don't think Arteta is really missing Pep more than Pep is missing Arteta, in my opinion. Arsenal would be forced to sell Ainsley Maitland Niles. In my opinion, I wasn't saying this. I've changed my mind on it, so I can change. If that's going to be his performances, game in, game out, why sell him? How much would it cost to replace an Ainsley Maitland Niles in that position now? That's what Arsenal need to think about when they're selling the player. And that's why the owners should still be on the conkies, because it shouldn't be Arsenal having to sell their players, sell their gems, players they've nurtured through the academy. And it should be down to the owners to find the money. And if they've paid off the stadium debt, there should be £260 million sitting now for Arsenal to go and invest. Go pay this release clause to Thomas Partey, get him in, because Arsenal's midfield will still have the big issue. Unless jokingly is what I said, Mohamed El-Neni is our new signing. Pioneer. If we're not competing for the league, we need to at least be winning trophies in between. You know what? I think the FA Cup win for us has just turned around and basically taken the pressure off. So what it's saying to us this season is it's all about the top four. We've got the trophy. It's all about the top four. You know what? Let's have both. Everyone still get the bone over Partey. There's no point gassing the geezer up. He's not here, is he? No point gassing the geezer up saying he's the best player in the world, and when he's not even here. All you're doing is you're sucking off somebody else's player. So I say judgment until I see him playing an Arsenal shirt. Don't give a shit what he's done for Atletico Madrid. He ain't done it for Arsenal. And until he's done it for Arsenal, got no opinions on the bloke. MX 90 King, big up yourself, my bro. Actually, for a while, we're moving forward. We're taking baby steps, but we are moving forward. You know what, MX 90 King, we're taking baby steps. It's a fucking big baby, this one. It's a 12-pounder. He ain't no little 6-pounder. It's a 12-pounder. The mall must have been in labour for like an elephant, mate. You're in labour like an elephant. The baby's so big. Daddy Ben, big up my admin on Facebook. Daddy, you should be shouting out our group page, bruv, and you should be shouting out the page. Already passing tackles, running non-stop, heading to create chances. He was today. He was. Favourism and lack of football knowledge is obvious. You know what I said the other day? If you can't bring in unless you sell, right? Credit where credit is due. Trips is not really wrong. He's not 100% wrong, is he? Because at the end of the day, it's not about having one. It's not about having one performance, right? So it's about doing it over the course of a season. And these players have showed, the fringe players, the Mkhitaryan's, the Iwobis, the El-Nenis, that they can't do it over the course of the season, and they haven't been good enough. And a lot of them in that current team at the moment have not been good enough. But you know what? When you've got somebody like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang who can score a goal out of nothing, then you know that you get the ball up top and you've got a chance. Mr. Lee, big up yourself, Mr. Lee. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. El-Neni was superb. He was. Said him, £20 million against Spurs. Let's take Ndombele from him and let's turn him into a player they've just killed. Mohamed El Sideways, he was sideways, but you know what? Sometimes if he puts his body in a different way, then he'll be actually passing it forward. Saka was very good today. But you know what? For me, Saka is still not a first team starter for me. Good player, but is he that player what's going to make you compete for the league? In my opinion, he's not. And he's far from it. Arteta is the man. Arteta is not the man. I'm the man. Sunny TV Arsenal, but Arteta is the man too. But if you want the man, it's me. Because Sunny TV Arsenal, and you are all the men because you lot have all subscribed. And you know what? Because you subscribe, everyone who hasn't subscribed, let's drop our knees on them. Guys, you're now feeling the full weight of Sunny TV Arsenal because if you haven't subscribed, you are missing out. You are missing out. The full weight of Sunny TV Arsenal is going to be on your shoulders because the channel's going to get so much better. Like I said, it's the only channel what invite people to come on the actual podcast with me. So you know what, the link is in the description. You know what, don't be shy. Come in, come into the chat with me now. You know you're welcome to, and if you don't, it's not a problem. Because I'm here to host a show for you for your entertainment. But at least you got the option. Martinez has to stay, and so does Ainsley Maitland. Yeah, definitely. Congratulations, Gooners. Thank you, Wenger, for Uber. Thank you, Arteta. Thank you, Uber. Wembley is our home for Arsenal. You know what? We thank Wenger long enough. I'm going to thank Uber's mum and dad, not Wenger. William will give us a lot of quality. I don't know. Just hope he has got that. Just hope he has got it in him still. Just hope he's got that hunger in him. He can be a game changer. But so can David Luiz. He can actually change the game for better or worse, depends on who you get on the day. That was a better performance, and you know what? I actually put that performance down better than that heroic Man City performance. That was a fantastic defensive performance, but now we actually played Liverpool stride for stride. We did play a defensive counter-attacking game. We said, you know what? We beat you once. Show us what you got. You know what? They didn't have a lot. Like everything, it's like the Beatles. You know, your time's come and gone. I didn't see much sideways from El Nino today. Maybe the last person who said it was cross-eyed. You never know. Get that, Specsavers. Congratulations, Adamola. Do me a favour, please help me and help the channel by subscribing on YouTube and then come on the podcast and basically. Whether you're in the Arsenal Inside group or done a social, get yourselves on the podcast. You know, be the voice for Africa. You could be the voice for the whole continent. We have won more games on Wembley than Spurs when they play there. Yeah, good point. Daddy, you know what it is? All of I'm not overlooking comments. I only get a selection of comments will come up on my stream. They're not getting overlooked, my friend. It's honestly not that. I only get a selection of what come up on the stream because thousands and thousands of comments come up, but I don't see them all. So bear with me. I'm not. But you know what? The best way to say a comment is to come on and say it with your mouth. So join us. Did Terry and Diesel kidnap Claude? Bend over, stud. I think you vet him. According to that picture, mate. I think you vet him. They didn't kidnap Claude. Basically, they've. I don't know what they've done. I don't know whether they actually kidnapped him, but I think they've probably gave him a mind transplant because he's not saying geezer. Maybe it's time to go. Maybe it is time to go for him too. Maybe his YouTube trap days are over. Agree with your comment, Sonny. Yeah, I should say it is. League is a bit delusional for now. Of course it is. You know what? When is a better time to dream, Pete, than when we're all equal on 0 points? There's no point in dreaming when it's out of our grasp. So, you know what? Why not? Over 40 points behind Liverpool, but that was a different Arsenal. We've got to admit it. That was a different Arsenal. That was Unai Emery's Arsenal. Maybe the season after this one. You never know. Never know. Who would have predicted Leicester winning it? You never know. Claude is a shadow of himself. There's definitely a shadow. I don't know whether it's a shadow of himself or not, though. But it's definitely a shadow. Turned into a big geezer. Fabio, we need to continue this winning run and continue building the winning mentality. Future looks bright. The future does look bright. You know what? It's all about trophies. It's all about trophies and winning. It doesn't matter whether it's pre-season. It doesn't matter whether it's whatever friendly game. It's all about keeping that winning mentality. Arsenal's biggest problem is how they react after a loss usually. But you know what? We're now showing that we're bringing in performances that we're now playing over two halves rather than having one good half. We're now doing over two halves, which is encouraging. And we're getting players off the bench, even though they're not Arsenal quality on paper. They're coming in, they're doing the job. But for me, players like Joe Willock, sorry Joe, but I just can't get behind you, mate. Honestly, I can't get behind you. Edmund Smith-Rowe is a talent. I don't think he'll make it Arsenal. I think it's too lightweight. Ceballos is the answer. Good player, but I don't think he can do it over a season. Granit Xhaka can be improved upon, but I don't think they will sell him. Defensively, very encouraging. Gabriel and Saliba are going to be in next. You know what? They're two big units. They are two big units. And you know what? It's not only what they can do at the back, it's what they can do going forward at corners and stuff as well. Because They look like two Van Dijks, them two. They actually look like two Van Dijks. Ethan Lowe says we definitely could fight for top four next season. Definitely. I mean, Liverpool, Man City, good squads. Got better squads than us. Probably got better first 11 than us as well. But beyond them, Chelsea brought in some fantastic players, but are they going to settle? Is Lampard a good enough manager to manage these stars to a title? That's a very big question. Very, very big question. Man United, again, improvement, based on points, they probably achieved the most points last season in the second half of the season. But having said that, what stat does that prove? Fuck all. Top four, why not? I agree with them. Exactly. You know what? We're now an Arsenal fan base who seem to be agreeing with each other and not hating. Because what Arteta's done, he's sprinkled some magic positivity. And how has he done that? He's come in, hasn't spoken the usual bullshit that these other managers do. He's come in and he's been honest, he's been fresh, he's been passionate. And that's what you want. That's what you want. You want someone to tell the truth, and you want to be passionate about the club. Football with Brownie. Hi, saying, hope you're well. I agree with every point you made about Bannisters the other day, and Claude just can't see that he's getting done over. He can't see he's getting done over, and who gives a shit? Let him. It serves him right. It serves him 100% right, and I can't wait until they fuck him off totally and they take his channel, because that's what's coming. And then there won't be a channel. Because I'd rather swim in a channel underwater with open mouthed than watch their stream or watch them. Holding on his way to Newcastle on loan. Hell no after today. What makes you say that? I want to send him. Why send him on loan? Why send him on loan? Just sell him. Sell him. Get what you can for him. He's one player who ain't going to improve. I'm sorry. He ain't going to improve. He is what he is. He ain't going to improve. So he's not worth more than 10 million quid. And that's a push. How many just their pants at the end when Arsenal won? You know what? I had a constant jizz, I think, throughout the game, because I thought Arsenal were really playing really well. So there was a constant flow of jismus, whatever it's called. Jism. There's a constant flow. Because it's an Arsenal I saw who puffed their chests out, they're playing with second string, and they weren't overruled. But you know what? How flat would we have felt if Arsenal lost on penalties? I don't think we'd have felt that flat at all. Because we're seeing vast improvements from Arsenal. So what can we expect for this season? Has to be at least a top four finish for Arsenal. Has to be. That's a given, right? And then the other thing we want to see is a massive improvement, still levels above what we've got now, massively. We want to feel like we can step onto the pitch and dictate playing our game against anyone. That's what we want to see at Arsenal. And we want to see a settled squad. We want to see a settled squad as well. We want to get the deadwood out and have young, exciting, promising, ready-made footballers at Arsenal on the bench, in the squad, and on the pitch. That's what we want to see at Arsenal. And if we pick up a trophy along the way, there's no reason why we can't. Then that's what I want. But I want to see a settled Arsenal with the players that they've got in, not this transitional Arsenal. I don't want a transitional Arsenal. We've had over the last years. Since the last 2 years Wenger was here, we've had a transitional Arsenal. And that's going back too long. So I want to see a settled Arsenal team with young men who could lead Arsenal to greatness for many, many, many years. That's what I want to see. Don't really rate Cedric Suarez at all. Strange signing. It's all right. I think he could do a job for us. But at the end of the day, I think it's solid. He's a better player than Lichtsteiner ever was. I think it's a solid player. But only as backup. But I want our fullbacks to be rewarding, attacking fullbacks. Who make things happen. Kolasinac, just get rid of him as soon as possible. If Roma want him, sell him. Papastopoulos, Socrates, get rid of him as well as quickly as possible. Callum Chambers, I like the kid, but get rid of him. Rob Holding, get rid of him. Mustafi, get rid of him. You know, Joe Willock, if you can send him on loan, send him on loan, but he's not Arsenal ready. You know, El Neni, Al. You know, let's get some money in. Out of Martinez and Leno, who would you sell? I wouldn't sell either. I wouldn't sell either of them. Either of them I wouldn't sell. If we needed the money on one of them, you know who I'll sell Leno. Great eating humble pie. Ainsley Maitland Niles, Pierre Bamang, who's their mate? DA, real deal. Who's DA? You know what? When a player don't perform, you can call them out. When they perform, you've got to say it as it is. You know, you can't be a hater like Lee Bummer, who basically calls out what's his name, Bellerin, whether it's good or it's bad. You know, that's just called hating. That's just called not being an Arsenal fan. We've got someone join the stream. We've never seen him before. Let's see who it is. Someone joined the stream. We've got someone join the stream. A new member to Sunny TV Arsenal. It's Igal, the kid, EG.
Yo, what up, everybody? Yo, big up Chadwick Boseman. R.I.P., bro, to that guy. I got to start every stream like that. But, yo, I'm going to tell you something, Sonny. I heard somebody in the comment section saying Arsenal fans jizzing their pants. You know why I jizz my pants? Because Arsenal played defense, and we're building from the defense. And the attack has always been there. But, Sonny, the defensive performance today showed me that we're going to be a problem this season.
What Arsenal going to be a good problem or a bad problem?
No, it's going to be a good problem. When I say we're going to be a problem, I mean we're going to be problems for the other teams because we did not make individual errors. We did not give away one-on-ones. We did not lose the ball in dangerous positions. We were playing out the back, but we were not dangerous, and we kept our possession. And in my opinion, Martinez, keep that position for God's sakes. He can't be our number 2. He has to be our number 1 by far. Do you know Martinez has more crosses that he's claimed in those last 10 games than I think 4 keepers have done in the last 2 seasons?
Mate,
total.
Martinez could be bitten by a vampire, right? It could be bitten by a vampire, the geezer, and he'll still go out and he won't give a shit if anyone's got any crosses. He'll handle them. You know what? Sonny,
people in the comment section talking shit. Let me tell you something. If we finish 10th and we win the Europa League this season, that's a good season in my books. I don't give a shit what you say.
It's a bad season.
No, if we finish 10th and we win Europa League, we get into the Champions League.
Yeah,
in my opinion,
it's a bad season. It's a bad season.
No, it's not.
It is.
Our goal is to win trophies and to get Champions League football.
It's a bad season. I'll tell you why. Why? It's not always reaching your goal. Your goal is not always. It's how you get there sometimes as well. Mikel Arteta has had this period to set into Arsenal. See who he likes and who he doesn't like, right? And he's overperformed into getting us to getting the trophy. Right? He's overperformed to getting into the trophy. And now it's all about consolidation in the top 4 for Arsenal Football Club, right? But going to Europa League is a trophy we expect to be winning as Arsenal Football Club. We expect to be winning, not competing for. We expect to win, right?
Funny. Remember the day Tottenham versus Arsenal in the Europa League final. We're gonna win 2-1.
Tottenham might get to Europa League final. Tottenham might get to like the
Mourinho's a crazy man. He's gonna somehow find a way.
No. Tottenham, no. Tottenham, poor West Ham. They're just late.
Listen, if we win the Europa League and we finish in the same position we finished this season, 8th, are you going to say it's a bad season?
I'm going to say it's a bad season because if Arsenal haven't performed over a space of 38 games in the league where it matters, it means there's no improvement.
Okay, so if we finish 5th and we win the Europa League, still bad?
No, still a bad season. When I say there's no improvement, positions up the league table is not improvement, right?
So what is improvement?
Being anywhere in the top 4 is not improvement unless you win it, right?
So what is your improvement?
But improvement for me is Arsenal, right, having a settled, decent team, the players they want, and playing the football they want to play, and to be nailed on to finishing top 4, and we need to be competing for the league.
Okay,
that's improvement.
What would you rather take as a fan? Would you rather take finishing in 8th and winning the Europa League, or finishing 3rd? In Sonny's perspective, and not winning anything else.
Right, at the end of the season, if I haven't had to watch it, I'll take the prize all day long. Right, at the end of the season.
10th with the Europa League.
Yeah, at the end of the season. But as match-going fans, right, or non-match-going fans, doesn't make a difference. And you're watching Arsenal week in, week out. it's like having an operation without any anaesthetic. You know,
Okay.
I don't want to go through a season like that again.
Did you talk about Ainsley Maitland Niles' performance today? You are one person, Sonny, who said I don't get all this Ainsley Maitland Niles love. But today, do you understand why we love him?
Well, basically, I said today is based on if there's enough games for me to now judge him, then I think everyone's a bit premature, right? I said that now he's come out and excelled like that. He was man of the match. At least he's doubled his value for one, right? He's doubled his value, and while Arsenal let him go, right? Academy players who have now stepped up to the players that they want them to be. Makes no sense to me.
Okay. Now, Mohamed El-Neni. You know me, Sonny. I never said Mohamed El-Neni shit. I always said, in my opinion, if we can get rid of him, it would be a good thing. But at the same time, if we keep him, to me, he'll do the same job Torreira does. What do you think?
He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. Sorry. He played very well today. He's one of man of matches, but he always is in a pre-season game. He always is in pre-season. Right, but when you look at it, he don't tackle enough as Torreira does. Neither Torreira or El-Neni are good enough for Arsenal.
You say that, but
I would get rid of both of them.
But first half, Sonny, he showed that he is stronger, bigger than Torreira, more mobile than Xhaka and Torreira, and in addition to everything else, he's a good passer.
You know what? For me, he's better than Torreira. He's better than Torreira for me. El-Neni is better than Torreira for me, right? He's not better than Xhaka. He's not better than Xhaka, but he's better than Torreira, right?
Somebody's at my door. I'm gonna have to come back.
Don't open it. It might be bailiff.
I don't have those problems, bro.
It might be a kissogram. Someone might got you a kissogram. Don't open the door. Come on, pick up yourself. We done it. It's another trophy. You know, it's another trophy. I don't usually celebrate the community shield, but in the scheme of things, where Arsenal coming from, I'm celebrating everything, mate. Cedric signing is probably why Raul got kicked out. I'm not against Cedric signing. That was me. Someone's at Igal's door. It might be a fan. Do you think it's a fan?
People agree with me, bro.
If it's a fan of Igal, what I'm thinking of doing, I'm thinking of doing Igal action figures. The Igal action figure might become a new society of Arsenal. Jordan Burns, it's a bad season to go to finish 10th and we won Europa. It is.
You're crazy. Because our goal is to get Champions League football, and I would rather get Champions League football by winning the Europa League, because at the end of the day, that's a trophy in your history books, and we need the Europa League trophies.
Paul Morris says, "No, kid, it would be a shit season finishing 10th." TJ Guna says, "Big up Sonny Igal. Big up TJ Guna." Mr. Bungle.
He was on the watch along, and guys, we got 10K views on the watch along today.
Do you know what, Mr. Bungle? He wasn't even a Liverpool fan, but he was a Chelsea fan. You know what? And he was. You know what? That's the first time I've seen Prime in a bad mood. Because it was a constant digging out of Arsenal, right? If you're going to come onto a stream, what you got to do, if you're going to come onto a stream and watch a game of football, you've got to just judge the game of football. You don't keep digging out Arsenal on an Arsenal channel, right? And if that was me running the stream, regardless of who it was who's done that, I've done it before with the unofficial pundit, I would have chopped him off at kneecaps. Because you don't do that on my podcast, I'm sorry.
By the way, I just want to let you know we got over 9K views actually on that stream. So big up to everybody on that one.
There are 301 people live at the moment. 301 people. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out the window. Pick up the phone. Text someone. Tweet someone. Send a message on Facebook. Share it on Facebook. Let's try and get to 600 people watching. Let's try and get them off other channels because they're wasting their fucking time. And
don't forget, subscribe. It doesn't cost you a thing. And if you're going to share it, at least share it to your friends. Let them know. Give them a chance to watch our content too, because I think we're the best out there.
Do you know what? Instead of just sharing it to your friends, share it to your enemies as well. So you know what? Look what you're watching, you crap, and you could be watching this, right? Michelle says Martinelli was good, but must not forget that Leno saved us multiple times. It's a nice problem to have. We probably have the best goalkeeper pairing in the league. You know what? I'll sell whichever one. If we had to seriously raise money for player sales, I'll you know what? For me, who's going to make the most saves and command his box better is the one I'll keep, right? Even though Martin is older, give the guy some respect. He's sat 10 years this geezer in as a backup in the Arsenal reserves, not even as a backup, right? As in the Arsenal reserves on 20 grand a week. Right, Give the guy some respect now. Give the guy some respect. That's the Arsenal board.
Sonny, what are you saying, man? What do you really think is going to happen this season? Everyone wants to know. What do you think is going to happen? Is this a stepping stone, or is this just a community shield? We can't get too excited.
You know what the problem is? There's such a big gap to bridge between where we finished and where we want to get to, right? In positions, not in performances, and not in points tallies, because I don't think the teams above us were that much better than us, to be honest with you. The Wolves, the Leicesters, the Tottenhams, the Chelseas, United were not better than us, really. They were, because obviously they finished above us, but they weren't that much better than us. Chelsea have gone out and basically put their fucking balls on the table and gone out and spent, and they're going to cover every position. They're going to be a team to watch. But you know what? Sometimes belief gets you through, and you've got Leicester to win the league.
Is this true? Back in 90 something, we won the Cup Winners' Cup and the League Cup and came in 6th.
We won the Cup Winners' Cup and League Cup and came in 6th. No, was it? I can't remember. Last time we won the Cup Winners' Cup was in. When did we win the Cup Winners' Cup?
94.
Yeah, a while ago. I can't remember.
Basically, he's saying, I think that's what he's saying. I'm not sure. Igal, we won Europe.
If you're still saying that, then it's probably right. It's
yeah. Oh, we just got a new subscriber. Big up to you.
Hanaz, you both big up to you, my brother. You're very welcome to also come on. Hit the link and come on the podcast, bro. You're welcome to. You know what? This is disappointing, guys. This is disappointing. You've got 315 people watching. You've only got 70 likes. You know, that is disappointing. It only takes a second just to hit that like button, because what it does.
Just to let you know, on Facebook we have 69 likes.
But what it does, and you've probably got 18,000 people watching on Facebook at the moment. What it does, it changes YouTube algorithms, and we become a suggested video for YouTube. So please don't do that if you support the channel. Tottenham are going nowhere fast with Mourinho. No, they're not. Arsenal expectations change with the appearance of the Conquerors. Arsenal expectations change with the appearance of the Conquerors. Did they change with the appearance of the Conquerors? Our expectations didn't change. They disappointed. Because Arsenal, with or without the Conquerors, we always, as a fan base, want to win the league and compete for the league. But what they've done is basically, our expectations didn't change. Basically, they've killed us, whichever way you look at it.
Yo, Kesh is in the comments saying, send the link.
Yeah, Kesh, the link's here.
I sent it. I put it in the comment section. Just click on it.
Gigi, I upload the community shield in a nutshell. You know, guys, you know what? Again, ask me what my expectations are for the season. It's like, you know, Arsenal, recruitment-wise, they need to get their players in. They need to get them in early as well. They need to get them in early. And they need to get this shit out early as well. You know, and listen, I don't want a team of are they going to make it and are they not going to make it. The players have got a question mark over. Just sell them. We need keep being ruthless.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the link to some of the guys, see if they can jump in.
Just wait for Kesh to come in. Michael, what's that? Who's on? Kesh, there's Kesh. Kesh, turn your camera around, bro.
He just played football today. Yo, did you win?
Oh, I lost 3-1, mate.
Kesh done with Liverpool and they lost today, right? But they could have done. You know what? They could have done with a Kesh. Kesh, can I ask you a question, bro? What position do you play?
Centre back, or just in front of the defence.
Can I ask you a question? Based on your ability, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you just play for Arsenal, do you think you could do a job?
Defensively, yeah. Probably not so much the technical side.
Right. Do you know what? Because I say, right? There's a lot of players who are not pro, right? Who could easily play in a lot of high levels. It's just about being discovered.
Yeah, no.
You know, luckily for Kesh, you know, Arsenal never discovered him. Simon Cowell never discovered him. I've discovered him. Zane saying, big up Zane for super chat. Up the Arsenal, Sonny for head of NHS. You know what? I think I should be head of the EU, NATO, everywhere, mate. To be honest with you. Kesh, did you see the game?
Yeah, I actually got in just after they scored. I went into the clubhouse and I saw that it was 1-1.
After Arsenal scored.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I was going to do? I was going to go for a shit, to be honest with you, right? Because obviously the game was on. I was going to go for a shit. I thought, and I put our stream on, right? So I put our stream on. And the game was jumping up and down. I thought, shit, I can't go now.
Yeah, man. Keshan, you missed it. But I'll tell you this, man. You missed me going crazy. I personally think this right here, team should be worried because we are starting to show that defensively we're a problem. We are no longer that weak team that people can just expect a defensive error that leads to a goal. We're actually a team that people have to break down now. And 2 games where we beat Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, this is starting to show me that Arteta has built the team from the back.
Baby Yoda saying Bamian's goal was on the break, while parked up in the back five. Arsenal will be exposed in the back, so I can't wait for out. Bro,
listen,
you know what? It's not how you win a game, bro. It's not how you win a game. If you want to get from A to B, don't matter where you walk there, take the bus, take the tube, take the car, take a plane. It's about just getting there.
You know what? Yeah, for me, I see a lot of people throwing a lot of shade on the way we play, saying we park the bus, and saying the way we get our goals is counter-attacking football. But when you actually look at that goal, it wasn't so much of a counter-attack though, because Liverpool had men in their position to defend. It was just a bit of brilliance from Aubameyang, so I wouldn't call it a counter-attacking goal.
Exactly. Can I just say, we got Dennis Bergkamp. La la la. Dennis Bergkamp, big up yourself. You know, right? Dennis Bergkamp. I just want to say, Dennis Bergkamp, I hope you come back as our number 2, right? If you ever want to come on the stream, you're welcome, bro. Go on, Kesh.
Yeah, I feel that, you know what is there? I'm not saying we're a problem. We're far from a problem, like in terms of title winning and things like that. But a lot of people fear that they won't be able to banter us the way they used to. That's what I feel a lot of rivals are coming at us. They see that this Arsenal team is not so soft anymore under the belly. They see that this Arsenal team is actually going to come and put up a fight against their team. So I feel that's where the insults are coming from.
You know what? Kesh? If you tick away one's belly, eventually they're going to start laughing, right? But the difference is Arsenal will not lying on the floor for them, sticking their legs up in the air.
I think Kesh means this is no longer the Arsene Wenger's Arsenal, where you can just walk right through us.
Yeah, they've got some fight. They've got some fight. You know, it's like Kesh. You know, Kesh, if you walk up to him and say, "Give me your money," he ain't going to give it to you. He'll punch you down, innit, Kesh? You got some fight in you, Kesh. That's why he's that tough tackling centre back. Kesh is. Just quickly, Baby Yoda, Arsenal papering over the crack, bro. I don't know whether you only do things with paper mache at school, bruv, but I think you papering over the cracks. You either work for top tiles or whatever, but it's not papering over the cracks, bruv.
Put a Semble's tweet message where he says, "Egal, the difference is that players are not injured. That's the change." What I would reply to you with that is Liverpool put their starting 11 out and they only made 2 changes. Arsenal put their team out and they had 4 changes or 5 changes, you could say. So when you look at the 2 teams, which team actually put out their best 11?
Liverpool did. Without that, Liverpool did. Liverpool put our stronger side and had longer to prepare for this game than Arsenal. You know what? We had such a stupid comment in on the stream. The Chelsea fan, Prime, a good guy, he turned around and said that Liverpool's main thing was to have a training session after the game. Really? You're going to give up the trophy to focus on the training session after the game? Okay, right. You know, that's how much salt they're opposing fans and they're chucking at new Arsenal. You don't need to throw the salt. It hasn't snowed. Don't stop throwing salt.
Yeah, and you know what I wanted to say? Aubameyang scoring the goal is fitting. Giving the shout out to Chadwin Boseman, RIP, bro.
Is that Aubameyang? I thought that might be the Arsenal realist there on the pitch. If you haven't subscribed to the Arsenal realist, go and give him a follow. We're going to be doing content very, very soon. He's not well at the moment, so I wish you well. But you know what?
Did you hear about this guy? the guy who played the Black Panther.
Wait, I ain't finished. Go subscribe to his channel now while you can.
Did you hear what happened? He passed away from cancer. The guy who plays Black Panther. That's why everyone was doing the thing today.
Big commiserations to from the guy who's passed away from cancer or passed away from anything. That's a particular horrible way to go through. And all I can say is big respect to you, and hope you enjoy your life in heaven. Or you know.
Yeah, man. Big up to Chadwin Boseman, man. But yeah, I gotta go, Sonny. I'm gonna jump out. But big up to you guys. Yo, Kesh, man. You're excited, Sonny? Are you excited for the season?
Honestly, go Kesh, you answer first.
I'm excited. I just believe that we're gonna start picking up a lot more points in certain games that we probably wouldn't have won under previous managers. Like, how can you, as an Arsenal fan, how can you not be excited that you can go up against the big four and actually make them work to get a victory and not just get it given to them as gifts?
You know what, guys? I'm not excited for the season, right? I'm not, right? Because I don't get excited for the season. You know what I do? I get myself prepared, and I get myself angry, and I get myself ready for the season, right? I get myself ready for the season, and I'm only excited after we win. Right?
Yeah, late African Gunner.
African Gunner. Big up yourself, African Gunner, all the way from South Africa.
I'm out, bro. Respect.
You're right.
How are you feeling, Sonny?
You know what? I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm very happy.
How are you feeling before we won, or when the lineup came out?
Very, very good question. Very, very good question.
Yeah.
Not positive. Not positive at all. You know what? I say something though. Our second string, right? They always do it in pre-season. They look like world beaters. And then when the season starts, we get found out. But the thing is, I think it's a different Arsenal now. I think there's now belief at Arsenal. I think it's a completely different Arsenal. Let me ask you a question. What would you do with Ainsley Maitland Niles and Martinez next? I think two of them are crucial for our squad now.
Yeah. So Sonny, just maybe I'll give you a brief summary of how I felt when I saw that lineup. I was totally disappointed. I really thought that Liverpool was going to smack us up 3-1. And I think that's fair enough as a fan when you look at that lineup and you see you're playing the champions with their starting, they're basically their strongest team. And no Willian. I mean, you look at our bench and we had kids. I wasn't really happy, to be honest. No Saliba in the starting 11, no Willian, no Pepe, no Lacazette, no Torreira even. So, I mean, we started up the game really well. Aubameyang's goal was absolutely incredible. Pay him what he wants because this guy deserves, he deserves whatever he asks for. I mean, you can't ask anything more from a striker. And honestly, I mean, the only person that was going to carry us through this game or create anything was going to be either Aubameyang or Saka. And I think we did really well in the first half. But when it came to the second half, you could see Liverpool were starting to grow into the game and we're really holding on for dear life. And I'm kind of glad that they scored, near the end of the second half, because if I think they scored earlier, I think they would have had more time to score a second. But I mean, penalties, you can't knock it. We scored almost. We scored really, really good penalties. Ainsley Maitland Niles sliding it in.
Kesh, no sleeping on the stream. You know why? Because I heard you talk in your sleep, bruv. You don't want to give away no secrets on national YouTube. You don't want to give them away. No sleeping in your sleep on the stream.
So, as I was saying, Sonny, in terms of Ainsley Maitland Niles and Martinez, this game definitely, I mean, those bids that we've been reading about on Twitter or reports, those are insulting, man. 15, 20 million for Martinez and 15, 20 million for Maitland Niles, unacceptable. If we are to sell them, it has to be 30 million minimum.
All right, Pete Dixon saying, what about Holding? I couldn't go for anything more than 10 million, to be honest. Holding.
I'd sell him.
I think we'll get 15 for him easily. We'll easily get 15 for him.
I think the only way for me Holding is worth more than 15 max or 10 million max is if you go to Steals of Crown Jewels and he's got him in his bag and he's running the right way and you sign him.
The thing is, that's Holding's level though, so it's actually a good signing for Newcastle. Like, you go there and you won't look out of place.
Melvin Mark, if you got a chance to come on, let me know and come on, because when I watched you yesterday, You seem to be you seem to be like the person the head teacher at school and with all the kids in the playground. You seem like the head teacher at school with all the kids in the playground, and basically I did question the gal for putting that team together because it was very, very lopsided.
Sunday, I got to pop out though, so I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Yeah.
You go to bed, you liar.
I'm tired, mate. I'm tired.
Go on, you go to bed. Go on.
Take care.
Take care, bro. See you on in the week.
Yeah.
J9 says, all salty fans, how are Arsenal getting aired? Nobody cares about your opinion. Exactly. You know what? When Arsenal win, we can't get aired. It's simple as that. You know, if they do something stupid and bring it on themselves, you air them and you dig them out. But if you're still digging out Arsenal after they've won, then you're not an Arsenal supporter, you're a wanker, right? Or you support somebody else. No?
Yeah, I mean, Sonny, after winning this, you can tell that Arteta's definitely the man. I mean, with that team to beat Liverpool's A team, and not only that, I mean, he's proved it maybe 5 or 6 games now. If he, if Kroenke backs him, we all know we need, this team is not good enough. And I'm not, like you said, Sonny, I'm not getting gassed for the season because this happens all the time. We can win one-off game and then back to normal, right? And then we're crying, oh, why didn't we sign Partey? Why didn't we sign a better defender? Why didn't we sign a winger? And we know that we need to sign more players. So I'm not going to get gassed up until we actually make those signings.
Over the course of the season, then it's right, they're not there. Do you know what? Liberia have come up with, have blessed us with 2 magical children, right? One was George Weah, went on to be one of the greatest footballers of all time, right? And the other one was Solomon. Solomon, you're the other one, my bro. You know what? And my estimation of you, my brother, all the way from Liberia, would go right down if you don't subscribe on YouTube as well, right? But I love you. Big up, big respect to you watching from Liberia, my brother. Happy when Arsenal win the Premier League, and there's the most sensible saying of the day. There's the most, because you win an FA Cup, you win a Charity Shield, you win a League Cup, you win whatever. It's when we win the league. That's when you're known as
of course. But considering the team that we have and stuff, I mean, you can't blame fans to be happy with an FA Cup and a League Cup win because that's where we're at right now. We know we can't challenge for the Champions League or the Premier League. So as long as we're seeing, progression right now in terms of how we play, and let's be real, Sonny, usually against the bigger teams, we can't hold on. Even if we do end up scoring the first goal, we usually, it's a calamity near the end. 90th minute they score the winner, and it always happens. So I'm glad to see that under Arteta right now, we seem to have a better mentality. Even if the other team scores, we're still in the game.
Definitely. I mean, Jordan Brown saying, man tries to lie about popping out. You know what? I'll say the same way, Jordan, right? You could have got Beyonce popping out the geezer's winning and he wouldn't have done nothing. He was that tired. You could tell he was sleeping. Kesh was standing up sleeping because he got run ragged today because they lost 3-1. But, a great guy, a great asset to the channel, Kesh is. And, you know what, it's great for him. And actually, all you guys in the chat as well, you could be a regular on the channel. You could be a regular on the channel. All you need to do is come on. It's simple as that. Everyone gets an opportunity. Because we don't need the best 11 because we're not competing for a league title. We're not competing for the top 4. We're not competing for anything. You know what? We've won our own trophy. You know why? We are the people's champions because this is your channel to come on.
Definitely. And maybe one point I just wanted to mention, Sonny, is about Nketiah. I mean, listen, I just don't think he's the one. He's not good enough, man. He had 2 chances to finish and put us 2-0 in front and make us more comfortable, and he fluffed both chances. I just don't think going forward that he's the guy. And really, for me, I'd sell him or loan him and promote John Jules or bring in Emile Smith-Rowe and play Aubameyang up front. I don't know why we never play him up front.
No, you know what? It snatches at chances. He snatches at chances like if you're watching that program, Bait Car, where they got in America, where they try to snatch the car. Bait Car. So that's what Nketiah is. He'll see that chance and try and snatch it. He's not gonna. He won't look and see what's going on around him, and be that composed finisher. No, he's not Arsenal level. Big up JP Vegas Gunnar. Respect my brother. Matt Berry says Arsenal deserves the title. Don't get carried away. No. I think Arsenal finished 5th because their squad lacks depth and quality. It does at the moment. You know what? But who knows what it will lack in October when the closes.
Yeah, but Sonny, why? No, see, listen, I agree with you, but why do we have to wait until October to see the team that we're actually going to carry forward with? Why are we waiting so long? This has been something with Arsenal many seasons. We wait until last minute, then offer 80 million to Lamar, get it accepted, and then he turns around saying, "Oh, you know what? It's too late. It's the last few hours of the window. I'm not going to move right now." Why are we always waiting so late?
Right. Do you know what the biggest difference is this season, right? That it's never been any other season. Bear this in mind, guys. Do you remember Arsenal always before the season starts that we're always linked to a world-class player, so people go and basically pay for their season tickets. Arsenal have not got that luxury this time now of the fake news, right? They have not got that luxury of fake news to get people, because we're not going anywhere. We're not going this season. So basically, what is a real link in the papers? I mean, who are we really linked to? You know, who are we really linked to? But are we though? What I hate, right? What I hate is the more they talk about player, you know, full well is not coming. You know, I don't think Partey's coming because they've talked about it for too long. The same with what's his name? The defender Upamecano. You know, the more they talk about someone, you know, there's less chance of you coming. Get on the stream, Melvin. Mr. Bungle said, "Mr. Bungle, you get on the stream." Nketiah is a rotational player. Do you know what? Who is a better player if there's any Liverpool fans watching? Nketiah or Ryan Brewster?
I mean, it's kind of hard to ask after he missed that penalty. I'm pretty sure.
I think Ryan Brewster is actually a better player than Nketiah.
I think so too.
Ryan Brewster is actually a very good player. And it's a shame that the person who missed the penalty is actually a kid. You know, that's a shame.
He'll learn from it though.
He will learn from it. He will learn from it. You know, it'll hurt him, but that guy's walking up and down Chadwick for his mum's shop is with an England gold medal around his neck and also a Champions League winners medal around his neck. So yeah, he ain't gonna be that fussy. He'll go on to great things. 406 people watching in the chat. Please do me a favour. Please go and hit the like button, please, and do me a favour. Go and subscribe. We're going to finish shortly, right? I'm going to just put a link in the stream again, just before I open the door for my dog, because I don't want to piss in the house, because that's what other fans do, and our fans do not piss in the house, right? So one second, I'm just going to do it in the toilet. 1 minute.
Go for it. So maybe in the comments, you guys can drop the player that you'd like to see in the next 2 weeks, because obviously next week is the international break, and then the week after the Premier League starts. And I mean, I'm really concerned if we're going to go into that first game with Xhaka, El Neni, midfield. I mean, I know they did well today, but I mean, I don't have confidence going forward that every game they're going to be able to put in performances like that.
Do you know what? If you got Xhaka and El Neni in our midfield, and we haven't improved our squad, you might as well be running across a motorway playing chicken with your eyes closed, and see how long it takes for a lorry or a car to wipe you out. Because it's going to end badly. It's going to be a matter of time till it does.
Yeah.
You know, I tell you what, I'm going to do this very quickly, and I want you to give me a player rating for every single player now. We're going to go by your player ratings, and everyone in the comments, go and follow the African Gooners player ratings. Go, Martinez.
All right, Martinez. I'm giving him an 8. To be honest, he made 2 incredible saves, one on Salah and one on Mane. And I mean, that one save with his hand, he kept us in the game, honestly. So 8. Increased his value as well. Sorry, Sonny. Increased his value as well. As I said, we're talking 15, 20 million. That's a joke.
Definitely. I mean, you know, you can't give 20 million for a goalkeeper of his level. Let's go at the back. Let's go at the back. We've got Bellerin.
7.5. I really liked it. That nutmeg he had on Mane. I mean, he was just disrespecting his elders there. I mean, naughty boy.
You know what? He seems to be committing players now. That's what I like. He's running forward and he's actually committing players, and that's a Bellerin we want.
Yeah, he needs to be doing this consistently every week, right? I mean, people are gassing him up and stuff. Yes, he had a great performance, but if he can do this until December, that's when you say Bellerin is back and Bellerin's a good player. Until then, you know, it's a one-off performance. It's, you know, 1 or 2 performances. He needs to do it consistently.
Right, let's go on the other side. The player for me who was man of the match, head and shoulders man of the match, was Ainsley Maitland Niles, and that guy's one cool penalty taker.
So, I mean, I was on Cannon Fodder TV yesterday, and we had this discussion, and I
No channel drops for other channels, please.
I was gonna
because fodder is the right word because they're shit. Because you know what? You know why? I've never heard those guys ever call me or shout me out or invite me on for anything. So basically, you've got right yet. Go on.
Fair enough. I'm not trying to promote them. I'm just stating the fact
that's a strike. One more is a life plan. Go on.
No, I was on a different podcast yesterday, and we had this argument.
You know what? Respect is cyclical. So basically, respect from one, you get respect from the other. You don't get no respect, you don't give no respect, and that goes
for sure.
That goes for every single YouTube channel out there who I shout out on a constant basis who give me air. So basically, the only air you're gonna get from me now is a fart if you don't back me too.
So the point I was trying to make is in terms of Ainsley Maitland Niles, we can't sell him at all. For me, he's too versatile. He's a good cover player. But if you told me that we need to sell him to get Partey, I would do it. If you told me we had to sell any player, bar Aubameyang, I would sell them immediately to get Partey because that's how important I think he is to us progressing in midfield. So I'd have to give Ainsley Maitland-Niles an 8 as well. Tied man of the match with Martinez for me.
Right, it's a difficult one. You know, if you need an operation on your leg, would you cut off your hand to make your leg better? You know, it's hard. If it's a team, you need to be strong in every department. Unfortunately, in midfield, it's the main area on the pitch. Let's go to the middle. Let's go. What's the name? David Luiz.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I still think that he can make clumsy mistakes. He gives the ball away right to the other team in the midfield, and he tries maybe about 5 to 6 long passes a game, and maybe only one comes off. And I'm getting really tired of that. So yeah, I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
Who was alongside him today?
Sorry.
Who was alongside David Luiz today?
Holding.
Was Holding playing? I didn't even know he was playing.
Yeah, he did the whole game. I'm gonna give him a 6.5 as well. I think, yeah, he had a good performance, but not a bad performance. I mean, average performance to me. I mean, yeah, I don't think it was really his fault that Salah didn't have a good game, but that wasn't really primarily to him. That was Kieran Tierney.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I didn't notice Holding, which means he had a good game. Let's go to the middle. Go El Neni.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. I think good performance. It wasn't El sideways. He looks a better player than he was when he left Arsenal. I still don't think he's good enough. But yeah, he had a really good performance today. So he was nice and tidy with the ball. Didn't do anything fancy. Did all the things that he needed to do simple. So yeah, I'm gonna give El Neni a 7.
Okay. Alongside El Neni was Xhaka. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving him a 6. I'm sorry, I can't give him more than a 6.
Okay. Who do we have going? Who do we have further forward?
We had Saka. Then we had.
Yeah, let's go Saka.
Yeah, I'm giving Saka a 7, just like the number on the back of his jersey. It looks really good on him. Yeah, man, this kid is phenomenal. He drives the ball forward, does the defensive work. You can see he needed a break. Near the end of the last season, he was burning out. So. Yeah, incredible performance, 7.
And on the other side, we'll go. What's the name? Aubameyang.
Yeah, has to be an 8. Screamer of a goal. Cool finish with that penalty. So much pressure on him. Score that penalty and you win. If not, then Liverpool are back in it. As I said before, Sonny, you have to pay him whatever he wants. Really, there's no way we can replace this guy. It will cost too much, and that type of player is not on the market.
And Eddie and Ketia, the natural swap for Lacazette because they both do nothing.
No, I think Lacazette provides much more than him. I think, if Lacazette is on one-on-one with the goalkeeper, I have faith that Lacazette is probably going to score. When Nketiah is one-on-one with the keeper, I'm pretty sure he's going to miss most of the time. So for me, I'm going to give him a 6. It wasn't a bad performance. He works hard, but working hard is a minimum requirement if you play for Arsenal Football Club. So, it's cool to see that you're working hard, but you need to have end product as well. You're a striker, so you need to be finishing your breakfast.
Guys, we have 424 people in the comments, right? And let's just see how many likes. Let's just see how many likes we've got at the moment. We've only got 50 likes, which is
come
awesome.
on.
50 likes on a video with 424 people watching, and you lot are supposed to support the channel is disgusting. Right?
And not only that, we won a trophy. We won a trophy.
You know what, guys? Seriously, you know what? We do this, and we don't get paid for it, right? We do it out of our own thing, our own pocket. Our own passion to give Arsenal fans something to watch and actually enjoy it. And I hope you do enjoy it, right? But come on, 50 likes for 426 people watching is poor. So let's try and get at least up to 100. 100 likes. So let's try and get number 50 if you can. And just to make me feel better when I go to bed tonight and feel like we're making a difference. But we're gonna finish. So if you don't mind, if you'd be kind enough, please subscribe if you can, please. You've all got. You can all come on the channel. Just let me know. And basically, the African Gooner, I appreciate your time as always for coming on, and you're always welcome to come on, my bro. You know, you're a good friend of mine. You know what? Mikel Arteta has won 2 trophies in 6 months. Sunny TV Arsenal is the best podcast out there. It's a blessed Sunday. What more could you want?
Can I ask one question before we end? I just want to know your opinion and be honest. Do you really think we're going to sign any players before we start the season? I know apart from Gabriel, because we know that's a done deal. Fabrizio has already come out and said it's pretty much a done deal, and we shouldn't really be stressed about that. So I'm considering that a done deal. Do you think we're actually going to get, even if it's a Ceballos or whoever it is, do you think we're going to actually sign someone before we start the season?
Well, there's only a week to go before the season starts, and 2 weeks. And you know what? Anything after doing the transfer window, I won't put nothing past them. I'm not expecting anything from Arsenal in the transfer window ever, right? So let's get it right. Arteta's included players on the pitch, the ones he's got. He's got a cup win, but while we've still got Stan Kroenke, you know, let's not forget our head of recruitment. We're losing scouts like they've gone out of fashion, and the person who's supposed to turn Arsenal around, first Sven Misseltat has gone, and now Raul the Ford has gone as well with his bag full of swag. There's things going wrong at the top, and that's always going to be down on the Kroenkes, regardless of what they do on the pitch.
For sure.
Sunny TV Arsenal, please like, subscribe and share. Big up everyone in the comments. Big up everyone who's watched. Please drive those likes up if you don't mind. You know, it's not a given, but it's just a sign of a thank you, and that's all we can ask for. So, and just let these fall down on the people who don't subscribe. And the same way we always finish, subscribe if you hate Tottenham, subscribe if you hate Tottenham, subscribe if you hate Tottenham. So, TV Arsenal, big up yourselves all around the world. Have a blessed day, and